G'day guys, welcome to another episode of Mates with Snakes. Martini and I are going to head over to Stephen's house this afternoon and check out his collection. Steve has the clutch mate of my little girl Martini here. His is called Vegeta. They're possible het for albino, so we'll test that out a little bit down the track. Let's go have a look.
Thanks for that, Megan. Right, guys, last week we saw Bryce's collection. So I thought I'll start off. Like Bryce said, every collection needs a diamond python, and here's my boy. This is Anzac. I named him Anzac because I'm on an Anzac Day this year, so I thought it's fitting. And he's just a lovely snake. You can see the nice bright colours on him. All the yellows and whites. He's a gossip locality just like Bryce's. And hopefully next year I'm going to get him a nice little girl and he can give me some babies. So right here we've got some wormer pythons. So this is my little breeding project for the year. So we've got the female here. She's about 3 to 4 years old. And we've got this male right here. He's about 5 to 6 years old. So I've already seen some mating behaviours with them, so it's looking promising. So hopefully about November I should get some nice clutch out of them and hopefully some baby snakes. Another thing about these, I reckon these are perfect for beginner. They're not too hard to look after. As you can see, they're a really placid snake, and these are also my wife's favourite snakes. As you can see here, guys, this male's got a bit of a scarring just along here. So how he got that was, I had some fake little vines in his enclosure, and they had like a chain link in the vines. So he managed to get himself in one of the chain links. It went down his body. He's obviously tried to get it off and just kept going round and round in the rock, and ended up just scratching himself in the back trying to get the vine chain off him, so I ended up having to cut it off because he had it that tight, it was just constricting. But he's come well, and if you few more sheds it should clear up really nicely. Rightio guys, next up we've got my olive python. So this is the second one of the 4 that we've got in our group. It's a little bit of a theme going, we'll like to have some similar snakes to each other. So this guy is probably about 5 months old right now, 6 months old, hatched beginning of the year. So he's growing right really fast, so I've had him about 3 or 4 months now. And yeah, he's just smashing the rats. So he's one of my favourite snakes in the collection right now. He's going to look promising. He might be possibly het for albino as well, just like Bryce's. Right, yeah guys, here we go with some of my green tree pythons. I've got 3 up in this little bundle of joy. So right here we've got my newest addition. This one is Australian locality, so found in Cape York. Right now he's just going in some colour change. As you can see, he's got some yellow along the sides, which was what he was. So it was a bright yellow, and now he's gone into a nice green. So his head's nearly fully done, so he's just got the rest of his body to go. And if you look at this guy here, this is another Australian locality one. So he's about a year older than this guy here. So he's already got his colour changed, and I actually got this off one of the Mates with Snakes group members. So he's looking really nice. He's a good placid snake. And right here you can see the bigger girl. She was my first green tree python. So she's a Sarong locality crossed with a Aru locality. So them localities are found in Papua New Guinea, the west side of the islands. So she's a really nice looking snake. Like she can be a little bit more of a striky one, but she's also can be like all she want to do is just sit there and hide in the ball. So all these guys are pretty much just eating, like this guy here, he's eating hopper mice. Same as this guy's eating fuzzy mice, and she's just eating small, medium rats, just 1 a month. So hopefully she might give me a nice clutch next year when one of these guys gets up to size. Hey guys, next up we've got some geckos. So we don't just like snakes, we also like all sorts of reptiles. So in my left hand here, we've got a smooth knob-tailed gecko. And in my right hand here, we've got a thick-tailed gecko, or these are also called a barking gecko. So these are more of a nocturnal species. They smash in the crickets. Right now I've just got like a little purple moonlight in their enclosure, giving them heat. They don't require much heat. So these are good little geckos to have. Right guys, next up we've got 2 pygmy dragons. So these were bred by some members in Mates for Snakes. I think Bryce and Chris ended up breeding them, so I decided to buy two of the babies. Again, just like Bryce, These are a really good pet to have. They might get a little bit more bigger than this. Nice small lizard. And what can go wrong? All they do is sit there for you. Oh yeah, up next we've got a Foolneck lizard here. Here's my favourite lizard I've got in my collection. As you can see why they're called a Foolneck, everybody should know why. He's got a bit of a frill. So this guy is from the Northern Territory. There's also a Queensland locality, but this guy is the Northern Territory one. Got a nice red chest. They eat woodies, crickets, pinkies, veggies, all sorts of stuff. So he's a big power eater. See if I can get his frill out for you. Come on. A little bit. There he goes. You can see the nice bright oranges and reds in his frill. Hopefully it will keep the colour for me for most of his life. Rightio, next up we've got a really common skink to have. Is a blue-tongued lizard. Obviously you can see why it's called a blue tongue. It's got a blue tongue. Now this girl here, this was part of my first lot of reptiles I ever owned. So in the first year of me getting into reptiles, I got a diamond python, some beardies and her. She is the only one that's still living. I got her off an ex-show. She's an ex-show girl. And she'll have to be coming up to 15, 20 years old now, so she's a bit of an old girl. As you can see, she's a good size. They live forever and they're a hardy lizard. Right guys, next up we've got some eastern long neck turtles, or also called snake neck. As you can see why, they've got a really long neck like a snake. So these guys are found all the way east coast of Australia. They're a pretty hardy lizard turtle. As you can see, they're pretty interactive. He's a curious one. That one's Franklin. This guy's Harry. They're both boys. They were named Franklin and Harriet for kids' TV show. There's two turtles. One was a boy, one was a girl. But we found out recently that this one here is a boy and not a girl. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Tune in next week and we'll see who else has more snakes. Thanks for that, Megan. As Bryce said, the cat right there. End of the episode, just like Megan's little one.
Yep. What you doing, mate?
Oi, we're filming here.